What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on SOFI stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video guys, first of all I will show you where we are on the price chart and how we get there. On top of that, I will explain you what chances do we have to see its breakout to the upside and how we can benefit out of this. On top of that, I will explain you why you shouldn't rely on the sales of some insiders and what you should know in order to make your own conclusion in regards to this asset. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. So, let's start with the price section. I have to say that I made my previous video right here at this point, and my main assumption was that we have to retest this lower border of this channel. It is not a channel, by the way, it is the wedge, falling bullish wedge. And on top of that, my main assumption was and is still the same. We have to see the breakout to the upside that will lead to much higher targets. So far we have the second retest of this range, and in my technical analysis I will show you that potentially it is not the end, but definitely we are about to see the breakout, and we have more than 80% probability that in the medium-term perspective this asset will break its previous swing highs. So guys, on top of that, you know that this asset, and I cover this asset for quite long period of time, and you know that my win rate is quite high, more than 70 to 75% of successful forecasts. That is why you can rely on my technical analysis as a part of your due diligence. And if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account, where for the $35 a month you will be able to drastically enhance your trading skills. On top of that, guys, for the first 100 subscribers I will do a giveaway. I will do a technical analysis based on your request on any asset that you might find. On top of that, guys, and it is the most lucrative offer, there is not so many people inside the Discord group. That is why almost 100% of my time will be dedicated to you. This means it is pretty much one-on-one training for the value of $450, but for the fraction of this cost, for just $35 a month. And I think it is quite fair deal. So, and let's continue with the fundamental news. First of all, I want to pay your attention to the general sentiment for SOFI stock. If you type in Google search bar SOFI stock and switch to News tab folder, you will find several recent news that are pretty much bullish on SOFI, and I have to admit that the sentiment is cautiously bullish, but it is not the main reason why you should rely on this asset in the medium and long-term perspective. Let me show you first of all the consensus analyst price target for this asset. As you can see, according to marketbeat.com, consensus analyst price target is set at $9.08, which is about 43.72% of upside potential from current levels. On top of that, you can also take a look on the TipRanks forecast, and as you can see, among 16 analysts, 4 suggest to buy, 9 to hold, and only 3 to sell, with the price targets in these ranges, in between $4 from the low side, all the way up to $12 at the top end of this range. And the consensus analyst price target is $8.61, which is another 36.23% of upside potential. And guys, the most important part how you should make your conclusion in order to enter your position on SOFI is this one. For now, we have to rely on the general sentiment from the smart money investors. And first of all, I want to show you the insider trading list. We have a lot of filings of purchasing of SOFI stock by Anthony Noto, the CEO of this company. And yes, as you can see, previously on June 14th, Qatar Investment Authority sold all of their shares, and I have to admit that they sold it with the losses, and they buy it for more than $500 million, and they received only $134.5 million. But at the same time, Anthony Noto the main insider, I would say, of SOFI, buys more shares of SOFI. And here is the latest filing that Jeremy Rishel sold some of his shares, and some of you might think that it is a bear sign, but in a minute I will show you that it is not. So first of all, let me again switch to the general sentiment of smart money investors, and I want to pay attention on this chart. It is the institutional ownership of SOFI Technologies, and as you can see, the latest month is pretty much the highest among all the previous months that we have on this chart. And this means more and more institutional investors want to have SOFI Technologies in their investment portfolios. On top of that, if you take a look on the most recent filings, you can see that we have two quite substantial purchases for $21.9 million and for about $2.5 million. But in general, if you sort these filings by number of shares from the biggest shareholders to smallest, you can see that all of the major shareholders during last couple of months, they either bought more shares of SOFI or they hold their position strong. And I have to say that basically you cannot see, somewhere here, on the 30th place, you can see Dimensional Fund Advisors who sold some of their shares, just 7.13%, but they still own more than $26.2 million in value in SOFI. This means all of these companies want to see the SOFI stock in their investment portfolio, and from the technical standpoint, we are in the extremely bullish position. And in a minute I will show you what I'm talking about. But for now, let's take a look right here again on the list of insider traders. Jeremy Rishel sold about 56.2 thousand shares of SOFI, and I have to say that if you click on his name, you can see that it is not for the first time when he sells these shares. And guys, what is more importantly, as you can see, every time he makes these sales, right after he receives a new portion of his stock-based compensation. And guys, take a look right here. Previously, he sold exactly the same, 56,273 shares on March 19th. And here you can see that the latest sell-off was at exactly the same number of shares. Previous one, December 19th of 2023, 56,273 shares. And guys, I don't think that it is not a predefined sell-off. I haven't read the 8K or 10K form entirely, but I think if you dig deeper, you will find that this sell-off was predefined. That is why you cannot rely on this sell-off as a negative sign. It is just personal opinion and personal predefined action of one of the insiders. The more important part is right here that Anthony Notta is still buying SOFI shares, and these purchases he makes quite spontaneously. And that is why this is the main reason why this asset is extremely bullish in the medium and long-term perspective. On top of that, guys, take a look right here, and let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, I showed you this pattern several times. We were from this top that was set back in December of last year to this bottom. We were in this falling bullish wedge, and we hit one of the major price targets for shorters who entered their position. It is algo short trading, who entered their position right here in the golden pocket range, somewhere in $9.35 mark. They unloaded their position at $6.47, and we can clearly see, let me show you several latest candles right here. They unloaded this short position and they bought shares back. So far we are still hovering around the lower border of this wedge, but take a look right here. If you Google falling bullish wedge, you can find that this pattern has a very high probability rate. And guys, I have to say that if you, for example, Let me show you quite similar pattern that was also quite successful for me as a day trader on Ethereum. Here you can see that we also have the same pattern. We also had the same pattern, and we had this breakout with a quite substantial movement to the upside for more than 32%. And I think SOFI will have absolutely the same price action within the next couple of months. That is why this bottom is quite lucrative entry point for you as a medium-term holders. Because let me show you again, let me turn off all the tools. We just broke this previous bottom, and on the one hand it shows that potentially we might hit some lower price targets, but on the other hand, in my opinion, it is nothing else but the bear trap. We might anticipate the movement to the downside, short-term movement to the downside, where a lot of short positions will be opened. But then we'll have a major movement to the upside that will liquidate all these short positions, and that will break these previous several swing highs. So I'm still very bullish on SOFI, and as I told you on my previous video, I am buying call options on this asset, and that is why, guys, do your own due diligence and make your own conclusion. But if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys until next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium